I'm now halfway through the 6Cs and now we fall on number 3, which is capital. Now, within capital, there's 5 different subcategories that we need to tick our way through to make sure we can sign off this C. Now, the first one is equity growth. Now, across the UK over the last 10, 20, 25 years, the average house price has gone up by 7.9%, which is absolutely huge. And property investors love it because what we do is we remortgage those properties every 2 years. We take the equity tax-free and invest it into another property. So it gives us the compound effect, which increases our rentals, increases our overall equity growth on a yearly basis, which is fantastic news. Right, so where we are right now, December 2023, yes, there has been a slight slowdown. I think in the north, you're looking at equity growth between 4.5 and 5.2%. In the south, it's a little bit less, between 2 and 3.5%. Across London, there's been a bit more of a slowdown between 0 and 3%. But in the main, it's still going up. And the most exciting news is there's pockets in the UK where we're expecting it to grow by 19% over the next 3 years, which is absolutely insane. So if we can find property in those locations that pass our 4 profit levers, that pass the 6Cs, then it's a great time to invest in those certain locations. Now, so the first subcategory is equity. What I'm looking for is anything over 3% at the moment with equity growth over the next 2 years. And that would make me tick off that box and then look harder within that location to buy property there. Now the next subcategory is population. Now this is where a lot of people forget about this and don't consider this. It's absolutely vital within service accommodation that the population within a town or city that we're investing in has over 80,000 people. There's a massive reason why. One, because it encourages footfall to go to that town or city, because there's going to be attractions, there's going to be construction, infrastructure. There's reasons why people will go to a major city for tourism, for work, or to see family and friends. There's universities there, there's major hospitals, there's major attractions which create that footfall. So for me, to tick off this box, 80,000 people or more in that town or city would make me invest. Now, the next subcategory. Any property I buy within a town or city has to be within 3 to 5 miles of the city or town centre. And it's absolutely vital that we stick to that rule. Anything outside 5 miles, even if it's 5.2, I'll get rid of it, not interested, look for another property. The next one, number 4, is public transport. Again, this is absolutely really important. Now, again, in previous videos, we flipped between service accommodation and holiday let. And it's exactly the same on this one, because if you've got service accommodation units and your guests are travelling by train, you want your property near a train station. If your guests do not have a car, you want bus services nearby so they can get themselves around the town or city and travel around to see the sites they need to see. Also as well, if you're going to flip it into a family let, again, it's great to have public transport so the mums with the prams and the babies, whatever it may be, can get on the public transport and get themselves around the town or city in case they don't have a car. So it's vital that we have public transport and good road networks as well. Now the last one, which is really important as well, especially if you're going to flip it into a family let, is schools. I'd always buy a property that's near a really good school that's been recommended by Ofgem. So, there's a lot to think about on this particular C. There's 5 different boxes we have to tick. Equity growth, population, 3 to 5 miles from the town centre, public transport, road links, and near a school. There's a lot of research that's got to go on there, but it's so worth it to make sure that we find world-class properties. Any questions at all, please put it in the comment box, and I'd be more than happy to answer those questions for you. And I'll see you in the next video. Many thanks.